Hi folks, buckle up. This autumn is about to become one of the most exciting seasons we've seen in the camera world in years. Why? Because two of the giants in the mirrorless game, Canon and Sony, are gearing up to launch their most important full-frame cameras. These aren't just niche products for specialists. These are the workhorse cameras that sell in massive numbers and shape the direction of the market for years to come. On one side, we have the Canon EOS R6 III, the long-awaited successor to Canon's wildly popular R6 lineup. On the other, we have the Sony A7V, the direct evolution of Sony's best-selling A7 line, which has dominated the hybrid photography and videography space for almost a decade. In my previous breakdown, I focused heavily on the Sony A7V rumors and leaked details. Today, we're going to shine the spotlight on the Canon R6 III, what we know, what's rumored, and what this camera could mean for Canon shooters. But don't worry, by the end of this video article, we'll circle back with updates on the Sony A7V as well, because the battle between these two cameras is too interconnected to ignore. So, let's dive deep into what's shaping up to be the camera clash of 2025, why the R6 III matters. So let's start with Canon. The original EOS R6 was released in 2020, and it quickly became a favorite among professionals and serious enthusiasts who wanted a balance of speed, performance, and low light capability without jumping into the higher price bracket of the R5 or R3. The R6 II followed in late 2022 with incremental improvements, a bump in resolution, improved autofocus, and stronger video specs. But in the fast-moving mirrorless world, 2 years is a long time, and the competition has evolved dramatically. Sony pushed hard with its A7 IV and ZV-E1. Nikon gained ground with the Z6 II and Z8. Even Panasonic, with its S5 II, started winning over hybrid shooters thanks to phase detect autofocus finally arriving in their lineup. This means that for Canon, the R6 III is critical. It's not just another release. It's the camera that has to keep Canon competitive in the $2,500–$3,500 full-frame market. And if the rumors are true, Canon is planning a significant leap forward. The sensor rumors: 34 megapixels from the C50, one of the most consistent. Leaks floating around right now is that the R6 III will borrow the 34 megapixel sensor from Canon's cinema-oriented C50. Why is this such a big deal? Well, 34 MP hits a sweet spot. It's enough resolution for detailed landscape and studio work, yet not so high that it crushes low-light performance or fills up your memory cards too quickly. It would also give Canon shooters a noticeable resolution boost compared to the 24MP R6 and 24MP R6 II, while keeping noise levels under control. This rumored sensor isn't just about megapixels, though. Canon's cinema sensors are designed with dynamic range, color science, and rolling shutter performance in mind. If Canon ports that over to the R6 III, we could be looking at one of the most balanced hybrid cameras on the market. Many people compare this to Sony's 33MP sensor in the A7 IV, but insiders suggest Canon's chip might offer faster readout speeds, reducing rolling shutter distortion in video and enabling higher burst rates for photography. Video capabilities: pushing into cinema territory. Let's be honest, the R6 II was already a great video camera. It offered oversampled 4K 60 without a crop, full-width readout, and Canon's famously reliable dual-pixel autofocus. But 2025 is raising the bar. Creators now expect 4K 120, 10-bit recording as standard, and internal RAW or at least ProRes options. Rumors suggest the R6 III will take a major step forward in video specs, possibly offering 4K 120p recording without a severe crop internal RAW. Borrowed from Canon's Cinema line, improved cooling for longer record times, up to 8K 30p oversampled video. If even half of those rumors prove true, the R6 III could be a serious weapon for indie filmmakers and hybrid shooters who want cinema-grade tools in a compact, mirrorless body. Autofocus: Canon's secret weapon. When people talk about Canon cameras, one of the first things that comes up is autofocus. Dual-pixel AF has been Canon's ace in the hole since the DSLR era, and with the R3 and R5 updates, we've seen Canon leap into the age of AI-powered subject tracking. The R6 III is expected to bring deep learning autofocus algorithms from the flagship R3 down to a more affordable tier. This means advanced recognition for people, animals, vehicles. If Canon fine-tunes this system further, the R6 III could become the ultimate sports and wildlife camera for mid-tier shooters. a space where Nikon's Z8 has been winning hearts. Rumored announcement timeline. Here's where things get interesting. Multiple sources claim that Canon has at least one major product announcement planned for mid-November. Some say there may even be two separate events, one in early October, another in November. The speculation is that the R6 Mark III will headline the first event, while the R7 Mark II could arrive shortly after. Canon's APS-C line is just as important as its full-frame lineup, and with rumors of a 32-megapixel stacked APS-C sensor and blazing 40 FPS bursts, the R7 Mark II might steal some of the spotlight, but make no mistake, the R6 Mark III is the crown jewel of Canon's fall releases. Other Canon gear rumors beyond the R6 Mark III. There's plenty more bubbling in the rumor mill. RF 300-600mm f4.5 5.6 LIS lens, a dream telephoto for wildlife shooters, compact RF 20-50mm f4 PZ lens, perfect for vloggers and travel creators, RF 45mm f1.2 STM lens, an unusual but intriguing fast prime. Canon is clearly listening to creators and trying to balance pro-level tools with portable, affordable glass, turning to Sony. What about the A7V? Now let's shift gears to Sony. The Sony A7 series has been the gold standard for hybrid shooters since the A7 III shook up the industry in 2018. Affordable, versatile, and packed with features, it became the default recommendation for anyone who wanted to go mirrorless. The A7 IV carried that torch in 2021 with a 33-megapixel sensor, 4K 60 video, and advanced autofocus. But now, with 2025 approaching, Sony has to raise the bar again. Sensor speculation, the A7V is rumored to feature either a new partially stacked 33-megapixel sensor, improving readout speeds, or a refined version of the A7 IV's sensor with better rolling shutter and faster processing. Some insiders are skeptical, pointing out Sony's history of reusing sensors across multiple generations. For example, A7R4 and A7RV shared the same 61-megapixel sensor A1 and A9 II stuck to familiar designs. But given the increasing demands for faster readout, better video, and reduced crop factors, it would make a lot of sense for Sony to debut a next-gen 33-megapixel stacked sensor in the A7 V. Video upgrades. If Canon is pushing into 4K 120p territory, Sony cannot afford to lag behind. Expect the A7 V to offer oversampled 4K 60 from full width, likely 4K 120 with a crop, and possibly 10-bit 4.2.2 internal recording. Sony's color science has improved massively in recent years, and paired with their S-Cinetone profile and industry-leading low-light performance, the A7 V will still be a filmmaker favorite. Autofocus and AI. Sony's autofocus is legendary, and with the ZV-E1 and A9 III introducing advanced AI-driven recognition, we can expect the A7 V to inherit similar subject detection modes. Whether it matches Canon's deep learning system or not remains to be seen, but Sony is rarely behind in this department. The price factor. Sony's rising costs. One curveball in this whole story is pricing. Sony recently increased prices across much of its lineup, sometimes by as much as 40% on lenses and over 50% on older bodies. This has caused frustration in the community, as even cameras like the 5-year-old A7 III jumped significantly in cost. If the A7 V launches at a higher price point, Canon could have a real opportunity to undercut Sony with the R6 Mark III. Value for money may end up deciding the winner of this battle as much as raw specs. Industry context. A heated camera market. We can't view Canon and Sony in isolation. Nikon is rumored to be preparing a Z6 III or Z9 II. Panasonic is doubling down on its L-mount alliance, and Leica continues to carve out its luxury niche. But make no mistake, the Canon R6 Mark III and Sony A7V are the two cameras most likely to shape buying decisions for the majority of hybrid shooters in 2020.